a soap maker who's already in business or just getting started and really struggling to find a way to get seen on the internet? Well, today I'm going to share a few tips with you that might get you a little bit further up the list and more visible to your customers. Hello, I'm Sarah Janes from soapschool.com, and we help aspiring entrepreneurs to start and develop their own soap making business. You can check out our website at soapschool.com, and I'll leave the link for you in the description below. There are 7.8 billion people in the world, and for those 7.8 billion, there are 1.5 billion websites already and growing every single day. So I absolutely understand how hard it can be to get your company and your products higher up the list and in front of the right people so that you can succeed in your business. So let's have a look at a few of the things that can affect how you're seen and give you some ideas and tips for ways of getting you higher up the charts and ways to find what people are looking for and to utilize that information to move you forward. Now, out of those 1.5 billion websites, the number one is Google, and Google has 1.17 billion users, and it can be your absolute best friend. So I'm going to just switch over to Google itself. Now, the first thing that we're going to talk about is how Google understands your requests or your search information. So as you start actually looking for something online, what you might not realize is that Google is analyzing the words that you're using, and it makes an assumption for you. Not just for you, but for every user. So the first thing that it does is it determines whether or not you are making a transactional or an educational search. So let's have a look at that and see it in action. Let's, for example, go onto Google and let's type in handmade soap. Now, up come a whole ton of different options for us. And we can see here that the first thing it gives us is a map, and that's generally local companies. So being able to be featured on there is actually really helpful to you. And it might not be something that you're aware of, but if you have a brick and mortar business, you can easily get your company listed on Google Maps. It's free. So that's definitely something that you could do to move yourself, get yourself more visible, because if you can get on there, then people searching are instantly going to see you, and they're more likely to see you in this section here as well. The next thing that you'll see is that when we've put in the term handmade soap, Google has determined that we are wanting to make a transactional search. Now, what the heck is a transactional search? Well, what it's done is it's decided that you want to purchase something. So there's transactional and educational searches. It makes determinations. Now, we've typed in handmade soap, but actually I might have wanted to know what handmade soap was. I might have wanted to know more about the chemistry of the soap. I might have wanted to know the benefits of using handmade soap. I've only used the words handmade soap. I haven't expanded on that at all. So it is offering me a collection of different companies that it thinks will be most suited to me. And the first things it's giving me are local companies. So you can see in this search term, I've got 2 Yorkshire soap companies. I live in Yorkshire, that's our county. And it's also giving me Hatton Handmade Soap, which is another soap company that is giving me transactional information. Now, if I come up to the search bar where I typed in handmade soap, did you notice that when we typed handmade soap in, Google automatically came up with a whole collection of suggestions? And these suggestions are not just plucked from thin air. These are search terms that people are typing in to Google. So Google is telling you what the popular search terms are based around the term handmade soap. and it will generally put things which are more local to you up first in the listings, but that's not always the case. So if we have a look at this list, handmade soap could be anywhere in the world, but the next search term, handmade soap UK, the next is recipes, company, handmade soap near me is a popular search term. So people may type in the actual word of a town or a city, but they may also literally just type in near me. Google is clever enough that it understands where near me is, and it will list companies in their location. So using Google Maps so they actually know where you're based is incredibly helpful to you. Now, there are lots of ways that you can get information on how popular these search terms are, and I'm not going to spend ages going through all of this, but you can also get a little app called Keywords Everywhere. It's actually a Google plugin. And it's not expensive at all. It's super, super cheap. For like £10, you can have hundreds of thousands of searches. It will give you this information underneath everything that you search for. So the term handmade soap actually has a search volume of 18,100 searches a month. And if I go down and I change that search, handmade soap UK, it will update and it will tell me what the number is on that term. So that term is 880 unique searches a month. And we can do this for each one and identify what terms and what words people are actually searching for. What are their most popular things? That can help you no end, because if you can understand the exact terms that people are using when they're looking to buy a product, you can sprinkle those words and use those words in your own website text. That's going to help you get seen. It's going to help you come up in the search results. I want to show you this in a little bit more detail, just to show you how much the terms and the words that you use is different to sometimes the ones that you anticipate, and also how being clever and using a word that you think is different or unique could be beneficial, but could actually be hurting your business and stopping you from even being visible. So let's have a look at those. So I've typed in soap milk goat. No, I haven't. I haven't at all. I've typed in goat's milk soap, and it has come up with some suggestions for me. So one of those suggestions is goat's milk soap benefits. So let's just have a look at the number. So goat's milk soap has a search volume of 27,100 a month. Now, did that surprise you that that has a higher search volume each month than normal handmade soap? So we know that handmade soap has a search volume of 18,100 a month. Now we can play around and we could change that. So we could say, okay, well, what about if we use the term homemade soap? Because some people use that term instead of handmade soap. Well, that has a search volume of 14,800 a month. And then we could also have a look and we could put cold process soap. And that has a search term of 4,400 a month. So just by changing the word in the front, we can see what term people are actually using rather than necessarily the term that you use yourself. And that's the hard part sometimes, is to identify what you use and what your actual customers use when it comes to search terms. Let's look at goat's milk soap. Goat's milk soap, interestingly, has a really high search term every single month. 27,100 searches a month versus 18,100 for handmade soap or any of the other ones that we searched. So goat's milk soap actually has a much higher reach than some of the other terms that you might be thinking of. Now, even if that only accounts for one of the soaps that you sell, you can use that term to give yourself some traction and to help people, certainly within your area, find you as opposed to another company. So it's definitely worth looking at terms and types of soap and not just that it's handmade. I do want to just spend a minute on talking about the plugin that I was talking about, the Google plugin that you can get called Keywords Everywhere, because it has some really, really clever information that can help you no end. And I just wanted to have a look at this with you, just to show you what kind of information you can get from it. So if we come over here, once you have the Chrome extension, every time you search, it will come up with all of this additional information on the right-hand side, and that is gold dust to you. So the first thing it will come up with is what's called related keywords. So here it's bringing up all of the similar things that are useful and that are being used. So the first one is, where can I buy goat's milk soap? And then it goes down, and depending on where you are, this will change. And then stockists, and you can see where it has a 0, that actually doesn't mean that it's 0, it just means that there's not very many at all. It's normally single digits, so they don't bother putting the information up there. But look under here. So that was related keywords, but this bit is really, really helpful. People also search for. So this is telling you all of the search terms that people are actually typing in to Google. And the first one, interestingly, is goat's milk soap for skin whitening. You might not have even known that goat's milk was a thing for skin whitening, but 880 searches a month are being done on goat's milk soap for skin whitening. The next one, where to buy goat's milk soap. Next largest one, 720 searches every single month. So how can this help you? Well, if we look at the 3 main ones here, or even the top 4, where to buy goat's milk soap, best goat milk soap, goat's milk soap near me, and goat's milk soap for eczema. Those 4 have got decent search volumes on them. So what you could actually do is, on your page, on the description in that section where you are selling your goat's milk soap, use these specific terms exactly as they're being typed in by people. You make sure that those search terms, that text, is put into your website text. And you can put it into your blog posts, you can use it in your videos, you can use it in all of the other areas. So you could actually take this and you could think to yourself, actually, I'm going to do a blog post about goat's milk and eczema. And you would use this specific term several times in the blog. You could talk about the best goat's milk soap, or actually goat milk soap. That's something to bear in mind. So I automatically put the S on it. But look, when people are searching on that particular term, it's goat milk soap. They're not using the S. So really understanding what people are searching for and the way they're using these terms is golden to you. So getting clever with the actual terms that you call things and tailoring your words to fit your audience is going to really, really help you. So I hope that helps you at least understand the way that people do use different terms to yourself, and a few tips for you on how you can find what they might be searching for and how that might help you to get some more organic reach with your website. Now you can find out more about me and Soap School by visiting soapschool.com, and I'll leave the link in the description underneath for you. I always love your feedback, so do leave me a comment and let me know what you think about this, if it was interesting to you, if you learnt anything from today, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed today. I can't wait to see you with me really, really soon, and thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Bye bye for now.